Welcome back to the Resident Evil 4 speedrun. In this part, we take on Chapter 4-4, the last of the castle chapters.
This part looks actually grainier than what I'm used to, but then again, I'm doing the Unreal 1 playthrough while we're commentating through this, so...
It is kind of refreshing, because we've been recording a lot of really early games. I mean, Resident Evil 4 is practically a classic now.
Who knows, it might actually be scheduled for a remaster on the NX.
I would not be surprised if it was. This game's a fucking masterpiece, and I would applaud anyone who remastered this game.
You picked up the handgun ammo, dude.
But I have to press X repeatedly. Die! Ah, I failed to kill him. Ditman must have his way. No one here gets out alive.
If you wanna get out alive, run for your life.
Run, 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 run.
So that was a reference to Resident Evil 3, right?
What, the giant Spanish midget Napoleon?
Yeah.
I can't say. I've never...
No. It's not 3. It's Code Veronica that it's a reference to.
I know even less about that game than 3.
Because 3 is Nemesis, and Nemesis follows Leon through his last couple of days as a actual raccoon police employee.
Is it Leon who fights Nemesis?
I think it is.
I thought it was Jill. It's not Jill? Jill and Chris?
I'm almost positive. Well, no, actually, I'm relatively certain now that Chris is the one that fights Nemesis. I don't think Jill does.
Well, maybe they usually in the classic Resident Evil games they usually had like a male female counterpart. You had a choice in the matter.
Yeah, but Jill and Chris's story is drastically different because in 2, Jill is still looking for Chris. Which is why the combination is between Jill and Leon.
No, it's hard for me to say. I'd say, Jesus, have I played any of the classic games? Like even for a second?
I played 2 all the way through using the sandbox mode, so cheating my ass off, but...
Well, it still counts. I mean, at least you actually had a grasp on the controls.
Can you really call it having a grasp on the controls when all I did was spam the game-winning rocket launcher at things?
Yep, that still counts. You still played more than I did. Because, I mean, I used to just watch my brother and sister play, like, classic Resident Evil 0, but I've never played it myself. I was always too scared. These games are scary. Suddenly I was reminded of, oh god, I can't think of the channel name right now, but it's the guy who made a video on Slender Man describing 6 ways to how to make Slender the game not scary.
Do any of them involve tissue paper?
Nope. But one of them does involve drawing attention to the fact that Slender Man is basically an egg with a suit. Hi, Salazar. Oh crap! You have to actually shoot him in the eye. No, we're doing this live. No resets. I didn't save. Bye, Salazar.
I don't remember this boss during the brain scratch run.
But you do remember Spanish midget Napoleon.
Yeah, I remember that because of an internet video that the Legendary Frog did about Code Veronica.
Oh, is that where Lewis got it from? Because it was Lewis who started, in the BSC playthrough, it was Lewis who started calling Salazar Spanish midget Napoleon,
Ah,
which is perfectly accurate because he basically is Spanish midget Napoleon.
that wants to apparently bang his sister.
Dear God. Goddamn inbreeding nobles. You Europeans are strange. We Americans marry our cousins. And that was the end of the castle. We're now going to the island, the final segment of the game, at the 1 hour and 21 minute mark.
I remember watching the Island movie. It was not terrible, although it was, kind of super pretentious. The setup and payoff was, mostly worth it.
Yeah, the setup being that the guy he finds out that he's on an island where everybody's brainwashed, and then he escapes the island, and you want him to be free.
It's not that they've been brainwashed, it's that they, at least, then again, we might actually be thinking of two drastically different movies.
I am thinking of a movie. I hope it wasn't it wasn't Steve Buscemi who was in that fucking movie, was it?
I don't remember who was in it. I just remember the premise being decent.
The premise I remember is the island. The island is a place where you're never supposed to leave, and I think it's because now that I realize it, I think it's because they were farming like organs from the people who were kept there, but they were all bred there.
Well, not according to the premise that I remember. I remember the premise being that all of these humans that are here are literally just insurance policies for the super wealthy and powerful.
Oh, because they're clones.
Yeah.
Right. So if anything ever happened to the super wealthy people who took out the policy, then the clone can replace them.
Yep.
Okay. That now I remember. So at least, yeah, you and I were thinking about the same movie.
They make a cosplay joke in that movie, and I'm like, is it really an appropriate time to make a cosplay joke?
Anytime is a good time for a cosplay joke. Just look at Leon. He's been cosplaying for the past hour and a half.
Well, yes, but he's cosplaying. He's cosplaying not only by choice, well, against his will, technically. How the fuck did you survive that?
That is a very good question. Leon survives a lot of injuries that ordinary people would not have survived.
No. I mean, your health bar was going into the negative digits.
Yeah, the rocket launcher is not a one-hit death, but it does fully deplete your health if you get hit by it. Actually, I think all that has to happen is that you're in the blast radius. You don't have to get hit by a direct hit. It hurts really badly. Ditman disapproves.
Ditman disapproves of you getting hit by the rocket launcher.
And I think it's one of the last rocket launchers in the game, actually. Now that I realize it. Yeah, I'm just passing through. Chapter 5.1 is not terribly difficult. I think what ends up happening in the latter half of this chapter is that I start fucking up on the regenerators, which causes me to retry a bunch of times. But that's after I save. Alright, but first we have to play this game. Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
I see.
Oh, I'm waiting. Got you. The Ditman had 38 minutes and 46 seconds to go through this entire facility. But, can he make it?
I believe so.
Well, you know so. Because you already have the ending parts.
Oh. But I've not watched them yet.
But that they exist, there must be a finite ending. There are no surprises here.
I don't know. Our Dark Souls playthrough isn't done yet.
No, it is not done yet. As a matter of fact, I have no idea when that playthrough is going to be done.
See? Just
No.
because parts exist for it doesn't mean it's going to have an ending. That sound effect was taken directly from Doom 2.
Probably. Was Doom 2 also a Capcom game?
No.
Oh. Then Capcom is a plagiarist. Now we are approaching my least favorite obstacle in this chapter that caused me to retry maybe like half a dozen times.
The regenerators and their regenerating spleens.
The regenerator, right around that corner, don't try to run right past him because his 360 rotation lock will probably hit you even while you're going past him.
The waste disposal card key.
Quickly, to use the only key item that Leon conveniently remembers to keep in his inventory because you have to use it twice. Fuck you.
So, is it actually effective to use the Chicago typewriter on the regenerator?
Yes, it is. They tell you, Lewis tells you in a memo that the regenerators are practically invincible because they can regenerate their body parts. But they do have a finite amount of health, so as long as you do enough damage to kill them, then they will die.
Okay.
But the problem with the Chicago typewriter is unless you shoot them in the right place, they don't get stunned.
Okay.
So by the time you deal enough damage, they might have a chance to hit you.
But having played the games so many times, I'm pretty sure you've got it mostly memorized where their critical spots are.
The best way to take out the regenerators is to shoot out their legs first. When you shoot out their legs and you're using a weapon that fires as fast as the Chicago typewriter, then you can stun lock them.
Okay.
You wish I knew what you were screaming.
Would have charging the PRL before entering that room have helped any?
Unfortunately, no.
All right, because you have to actually kick open the doors.
Yeah, you got to kick open the door. You got to aggro everybody.
Disable the PRL charge.
And there are a lot of obstacles in that room, so there's a good chance that you would not be able to hit everybody with one shot. That is an Iron Maiden. And for some reason, the game won't let me turn around. So now we gotta go.
So, so that Iron Maiden, does he like Can I Play with Madness?
Is that an Iron Maiden song?
Yes.
I feel bad now. I love Iron Maiden, but I haven't heard all of their work. Hell, I was just introduced to a song just by browsing on YouTube. It's like I ought to do just a fucking binge. Iron Maiden is great. Iron Maiden is one of the best fucking like heavy. What genre are they?
I'll classify them as a metal band.
You think they're metal?
Yeah, I think that they're a rock metal band.
You know what? That sounds. I like that classification. And in the next part, more madness.